Welcome to Vahrenberg Implement, and today we're going to have another product informational series on the Massey Ferguson compact tractors. Today we're going to discuss the 1700E series with the gear transmission. This is available as two different choices in the 1700 series. We have the 1700E with a gear transmission, and we also feature the same thing in a hydrostat transmission. And you'll notice the big thing is the pedal down here is the difference versus no foot pedal here. The 1700E is available in three models. 1726E that is 24 horsepower, the 1734E which is 34 horsepower, and the 1739E, which is 38.5 engine horsepower. Today we're going to be looking at the 1734E, and this is the new 2017 model year, and you'll notice we have a new updated grill guard. We have a new updated contour seat, and then now available on all gear you have independent PTO, which is totally independent of the transmission. It's direct drive off of the engine clutch. You do not have a two-stage clutch anymore, as the previous versions of the gear version was a two-stage clutch. The independent PTO has been available on the hydrostat and now available on the gear transmission. One of the advantages of the gear transmission is you're looking at about a 5% lower cost of ownership to purchase this tractor than a hydrostat version. One of the advantages of a gear transmission is the efficiency of transferring engine horsepower. Your engine horsepower is bare horsepower with no accessories. For example, in your vehicle, you're probably going to lose 5 to 7 horsepower when you run the air conditioning. PTO horsepower is actually the horsepower available to do work from your PTO shaft to operate implements, and when you purchase implements, that's what you need to look for. In this 1734E, you're creating 34.0 engine horsepower, but you're providing 29 PTO horsepower available to do work. We're going to jump in here and look at some of the features of this tractor. One of the things is ground level fueling. You don't have to reach up here to put fuel in and spill it all over your nice paint. You can do it right easy from the level of the ground. It is a 10-gallon fuel tank. One of the common specs that you look at when you're purchasing a tractor is 3-point lift capacity. How much can this tractor handle? The measurements are either rated at the hitch pin or 24 inches behind. 24 inches behind is going to be more of a true dimension of what you can lift. We can lift 2,205 pounds at this point and 1,600 pounds 2 foot behind. And if we measure, it's right there. That is 2 foot. I got 12-inch shoes. So at this point here, when you're lifting your mower, you're lifting a 3-point bale carrier, this is more of a dimensional of load that you can lift, which is 1,600 pounds or 2,205 pounds. It's always going to be easier the closer to the implement. Make sure you're comparing your specs equal when you're looking at the different brands of tractors that you're considering. Not all specs are the same where they publish in the catalog, so you need to make sure you're comparing at the same level. Same thing goes with loader lift capacity, and we'll get into that discussion here in a little bit. Hydraulic oil fill is right up here. Your sight gauge is right down here to look at. You have turnbuckle adjustment here and on the hitch arms. Makes it easy to match the load, the implement you're driving. You don't want this to be sloppy when your implement's hooked up. One of the other big features is with Massey Ferguson is our all metal design. If you look here, these are the connect magnets that your kids may play with. This is all metal here. You can hear it there. You can hear it on the hood. We have metal hoods, metal fenders for long-lasting, reliable performance. Now, one fact about when you're looking at loader lifting capacities and comparisons on the loader specs, your pivot pin is at this point here where the loader arm and the either the skid steer, as we have equipped on this one option, or the bucket is going to attach to. That measurement's going to always be higher than what they call the 19.6 inch measurement, which is more of a true bucket edge. This is about 19.5 inches forward of that pivot pin. On this loader, we can lift 1,210 pounds to the full maximum lift height. That's the other thing you want to look at, is the higher a loader lifts, the less weight it's going to lift. So if you're comparing loaders and one lifts higher than the other, it's probably, if they were equal, it would have a lower lifting capacity than a lower reach loader. This one we rate our lifting capacity is 1,210 pounds at the pivot pin to the maximum lift height of 95.7 inches. We measure our weight load at the front edge of the bucket, or 19.6 inches forward, is 830 pounds. 1,210 at the pivot pin, 830 at the 19.6, giving you more of a true bucket dimension as far as what your loader can lift. One of the neat things on the four-wheel drive front axle that is mechanically engaged, you can turn it on and off, is our bevel gear pinion design. If you notice, we've got a shaft that comes across here that comes down to transfer the power to the front wheels. You have a shaft with a gear up here running down to another shaft with a gear that allows for very tight turning radiuses. That bevel gear pinion design gives you a higher arch in front, more ground clearance, but it also provides a tighter turning radius. One of the things we do at Massey Ferguson is make it easy to maintain. This lift ring right here with the lift assist shock will raise the hood. All metal hood like we mentioned, but it makes it easy to maintain. It doesn't matter what tractor you get, maintenance is very critical and important to maintain that tractor and make it the last tractor you'll ever need to buy. We'll jump in here and show you the maintenance items. We're on the right side of the engine here, and our dipstick is right here. It's available without having to pop the hood. Our oil fill is here. Fuel filter and engine oil filter are all nice and easy to get to on the right hand side of the engine. On this side, you've got this quick clip that you can turn, and you have a clean out screen in front of the radiator. Keeps the trash and the junk out of your radiator and stuff. Just flip that down. Air cleaner's nice in front. Your battery, coolant overflow. And we'll come over to the left hand side, which does not have any required daily maintenance on it. A couple of nice features is our bucket gauge rod. You adjust this strap here to wherever level is for you. By you sitting on the seat, allows you to know how flat the bucket is. You have your loader stands here that you lower to take this loader. It is a quick detach loader. Pulling these pins, dropping those stands, rolling the loader off, and unhooking the hydraulics, as simple as that to take this loader off. One of the other things, if you notice, all of our pins are in-greasable. You don't have to hunt for zerks under here. Nice and easy. Dual cylinders on the lift and on the tilt and dump feature of the loader. Here is where you disconnect the hydraulics. Just pull these up, pull them off, put your caps on there, and you're ready to work without a loader on your tractor. Let's jump up in the console. The control panel, we have a analog gauge with lights and everything, and we'll jump in here and show you that when we start it. Your manual throttle. This is your gear shift lever that will do reverse, 1, 2, and 3 forward gears. On the other side, you have your 3 ranges, your high, medium, and low range. You need to be stopped for that, and you need to be stopped to shift the gear. Down under here on the left hand side of the seat is your 4-wheel drive engagement. This is your flow control as far as your 3-point hitch. If you have a heavy implement and wants to drop fast, you can reduce the flow to make it smooth, or you can speed it up for a lighter load. This is your 3-point hitch, raise and lower function with depth stop control. You can set this stop here to whatever depth, like if you're wanting to mow. This is to engage the PTO. This is engage the PTO. This is your 540. you can put it into neutral position and then not have any restriction when you're hooking up an implement. You can actually turn the PTO shaft. And then come down here, this is your differential lock control right here, which locks both rear wheels if you're going through soft conditions. In the gear model, you do have a foot throttle and manual throttle, separate brakes. This is your emergency brake. You push this down and engage that to set the emergency brake. The toolbox is standard. Back here you can put some hitch pins, whatever you need back here to hook up your implements. You have manual storage pocket here, flip up seat, that's the new custom contour seat, a beverage holder. You always got to have a cold beverage when you're out enjoying your Massey Ferguson. Your 3 ranges, and this is going to be a clutch switch. One thing you do have on the clutch is you can push this down, and if you're storing for a long time, that little lever will hold this clutch and keep those plates stick together. Nice feature for extended storage. Just push it down, lock it. Gonna give you a lot more years of trouble-free service. We're gonna jump on here. I'll start it up and show you how to operate the standard transmission, standard gear transmission in the 1700E series. Ouch. You just engage the key and that'll light up and get the engine ready. Your preheat lamp is off. Start her up. You have neutral position here. You're going to select the gear range. That's turtle. It's going to be the lowest. Push our parking brake off. We have our clutch down. Release the clutch and you're at a set speed. You want to go to forward, push the clutch in. To go to forward, you push the clutch in. Select, there's gear 1. Pretty dang slow in the snail. To change ranges, push our clutch in. We go to high range, select our gear, release our clutch, and we're going. One advantage of a gear transmission is you're always at a constant speed. You can run your throttle up, loader operation. Always be sure to double check that skid steer that it's latched. Just do that, make sure they're latched before you raise it up high, because you don't want it to come off accidentally if somebody's been touching the levers. You can see we raised the front wheels off the ground with the loader hydraulics and we're at idle speed. It's one thing about this tractor is hydraulic performance. What does hydraulics do for you? Hydraulics operates the loader. It also operates the power steering. This 1700E series, the 17, 26, and 34 feature a 3.8 gallon per minute separate steering pump and a separate pump that is 6.2 gallons per minute to run your remotes, which your remotes would be your hydraulics for your loader, for a total of 10 gallon per minute total hydraulic system. You can also add rear remotes that would be back here on the tractor. This tractor does not feature that, but they are available as a field installed option by your dealer. One other feature of the loader is you have up and down, tilt and dump, and float position. Float position allows you to operate this bucket and follow contours, and you can still tilt, as you see where you can adjust the bucket there. That's the maximum lift height. You can see the maximum lift height here, and that is your measurement at that 1,210 pounds there, 860 pounds at the front. Come check out Massey Ferguson and Vahrenberg Implement. We're the little dealer that cares. We try to do more so you get more from your... We not only sell tractors, but we service and take care of you for the life of your tractor. Let's jump inside and I'll show you why. One investment that every tractor owner will always need is maintenance and part support. Just come in the door and we are stocked with parts for you. And if we don't have them, AGCO has invested in numerous facilities across the North America and around the world to provide you excellent support. Just check out this map here. Get you logo merchandise, the oils and everything. We know what it takes to keep your tractor running forever. It's almost the quietest place in the world to be a Massey Ferguson mechanic. We've got a couple tractors we're getting ready, but we've got the shop and the service and the mechanics that will help you keep your tractor running forever and keep it up in tip-top shape. Thanks for visiting another informational series from Vahrenberg Implement. We're here to serve your needs and teach you about tractors. So come by, take one for a drive and make sure it's the right tractor for you.